Okay, Friday, March 5th, Sridhar Bhagavathula. I think this is a debut. There have been a lot of debuts this week. Pitched poorly. Unsubscribe to a mailing list is opt out. Sell propellers. Resource. Oh, our scintilla. No. Resource for music performers. Posed in the front row of a team photo. Say. A katydids are found on his legs. Straightened enough, I think, on his eyes. Right. Is that right? I don't know. Or no, like it's ears, something like that. 21, 22, e.g. They look like class years. Any something. Trace element. They may be blowing in the wind. Account. If all blank were laid into n, they would not reach a conclusion. Duck Hunt console for short. Was that the NES? Make chips become bread. Gamble. Scaly pet. Whose anchor Holt is Lester. What's here? Statue of Liberty for one. Era that began in the late 1950s. Let's do Space Age. Trace element. There's a stencil. Nice clue. Blowing in the wind. Account is like a take, maybe? Or a tail, could be. Duck Hunt does look to be NES. Make chips become bread. I know that's like a gambling reference, but I just don't. I don't know. And then Statue of Liberty is a colossus, I believe. Gets along with, gels with, probably. End of a three-word U.S. president name. Huh. Well, that's Pond Scum. Monopoly token is a hat. Turn chips into bread as cash in. Students burden often, probably debt, right? Because dance club hirees are DJs, so that's going to be debt. Showed, like lambs, they're ovine. Co-performer with Shakira at, the Super Bowl last year is J-Lo. Overly glib. Lecture alternative is a seminar. Home country of NBA phenom Luka Doncic. He's from Slovakia, I think. God send the companion a better prince. I cannot blank my hands of him. Rid my hands of. If all economists were laid into and they would not reach a conclusion. Myra Breckenridge, novelist is Gore Vidal. I cannot rid my hands. Yeah. Stray Dog director, 1949. Interesting. Spot on advice. Alternative to going to court is settling. Sources of a modern addiction. Florida. Oh shit! This always comes back to. I always forget whether I think it's an I, but it could be a Y. Group with the motto "Every child, one voice." Choreographer Twyla. Prince in Little Mermaid is Eric. Oh, blue is erotic. Right. That's a meaning of blue that you don't get very often in crosswords. Cover. Work on a course. Eat. Widespread destruction. Chaos. No, that doesn't really mean the same thing, does it? A dinosaur is a relic. Stigmatism by another name. Pilots, e.g., episodes, maybe. Fathers warn against it. Because pilots that way is steers. Where Hamlet overhears Claudius confessing to fratricide. I guess he killed his brother. Formally approved. Ratify? Maybe? Plant that may yield oil. Pilots or episodes. Case for an entomologist. Yeah. False. Guile. How one should feel after a vacation. Like something about refresh. Self-propeller. I think that's gonna be a. And gonna end in an I. Resource for music performers. Oh, is a Oh shit. I think it's a book. Posed in the front row of a team photo is Knelt. Katydids are found on its. Yeah. Pitched poorly. Off key. 21, 22 are just years. Okay, so this is ears, and this is two-dimensional. Is planar. Oh, flood. Any takers, and that's a fake book, right? Fake book. Oh, as opposed to a real book, I guess. The jazz standard book. They may be blowing in the wind. The count is a tail. End of three-word U.S. president name. Martin Van Buren. They may be blowing in the wind. Huh? Hand-dyed fabric. Land promised by God to Abraham. Oh, this is Slovenia. That could have tripped me up. Is Canaan, I think. Goddess who served as a major character in Hades Town. What the hell is that? Epithet for the venomous Lago in Othello. What the hell is that? Northern neighbor of Slovenia, I guess, is Austria. Doesn't make it down the wave. Directly opposite point. Godot of Wonder Woman is Gal, where Hamlet overheard, yeah. Lops off. Rubicund. Many indulgences. Some beverage suffixes are aids. Ditch. Fathers warn against it. ER procedure that can be done to the beat of Staying Alive is CPR. Hey there, equivalent. Maybe sup. False. Pseudo. How one should feel after vacation is rested. Hey there, equivalent is a nod. Case for an entomologist. Doesn't make it down the wave. Oh, is wipes out. Oh, this is Kurosawa. This is an antinote, I think. And this is, yeah, wipes. Oh, case for an entomologist. Oh, a case is a cocoon. That's a kind of fun. Cover is a veil. Many indulgences are vices. Stigmatism by another. Oh, so that's wrong. Ditches lose. Stigmatism by another. Sigmatism, right? By another name. There's a lisp. Plant that may yield oil. Guile is slyness. Hamlet overhears Claudius in the chapel. Plant that may yield oil. Refinery. It's not a real plant, right? That looks to be rosy. Widespread destruction is havoc. Lops off is severs. Sources of a modern addiction is screens. Choreographer Twilight. I don't know that. What's this? Oh yeah, Persephone. This is Viper, I believe. Showed is came. Overly glib and hand dyed fabric. I don't know. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. Akira Kurosawa. I stupidly put the. I was just so confident that that was going to end in an I, but it did not. Um, this is yeah, this is it was good to solve, so I'll definitely give it that. Um, but looking back, there are not as many great. There's not that much good stuff. I like Fake Book. Akira Kurosawa is a cool centerpiece. Um, Space Age. I like Wipes Out. Um, but like down here, I mean, none of this corner is just not very exciting. And then like Persephone and Economists, I just don't really think are great. Just the longer stuff is just I just don't really feel like it's that worth it. Slovenia and Settling. I mean, they're both I mean to put it simply, like they're both one word answers, which is usually you want some multi-word stuff. And I mean, you could say like, oh, but it's clean, which it's like it. I guess it's kind of clean. But there are like, yeah, I was gonna like mark it down for stuff like this and this, but they're not that bad. They're both very gettable. So I guess I'm not even mad. Um, yeah, what else is there to say? Um, that's Friday. Have a great weekend. Have a great Friday, and I'll see you later.